जय श्री माताजी। विश्व के सभी साधकों का सुबह के ध्यान सत्र में हार्दिक स्वागत है। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी को नमन करके हम सब ध्यान की स्थिति में बैठते हैं। अपना चित्त माँ के श्री चरणों पर, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपावंत होकर आप हमें चित्त की शक्ति से आशीर्वादित करें, ताकि हमारा चित्त सदा आपके श्री चरणों पर बना रहे। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, आज का ध्यान सत्र शुरू करने की कृपया अनुमति प्रदान कीजिए। चित्त सहस्रार पे रख के हम सब सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं, कलेक्टिव बंधन। अपना चित्त हृदय में लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे हृदय में विराजिए। आपकी कृपा में हमारा हृदय निर्मल, शुद्ध एवं विशाल बनाइए। श्री माता जी, आपके चरण कमलों का दर्शन हमारे हृदय में दीजिए। श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हम केवल आत्मा हैं। तीन महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र।
सरस्वती
जय श्री माता जी। हम सब संतुलन करते हैं अपना राइट हैंड पृथ्वी तत्व पर, चित्त ईड़ा नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के ईड़ा नाड़ी पर तमोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व पृथ्वी तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर सामूहिकता की ईड़ा नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के ईड़ा नाड़ी पर श्री भैरवनाथ जी, श्री महावीर जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। राइट हैंड गोद में, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की तरफ। चित्त पिंगला नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के पिंगला नाड़ी पर रजोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व, अतिरिक्त उष्णता, अहंकार, आकाश तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर सामूहिकता की पिंगला नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के पिंगला नाड़ी पर श्री हनुमान जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। लेफ्ट हैंड गोद में, अपना चित्त सुषुम्ना नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के सुषुम्ना नाड़ी पर श्री महालक्ष्मी जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हम सबको संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए, हमें वर्तमान में रखिए। अपना चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर लाते हैं। श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के मूलाधार चक्र पर श्री गणेश जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें बालक जैसे अबोध बनाइए, हमें सुबुद्धि दीजिए। चित्त मूलाधार पर लाते हैं। श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। चित्त स्वाधिष्ठान चक्र पर श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें शुद्ध इच्छा शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। कृपा कर आप हमें निर्मल ज्ञान दीजिए। चित्त नाभि चक्र पर परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हम सब संतुष्ट हैं, समाधानी हैं। चित्त भवसागर में लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें स्वयं का गुरु बनाइए। श्री माता जी, गुरु पद के लिए कृपया हमें पात्र बनाइए। चित्त अनाहत चक्र पर, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी आपकी कृपा में हम सब निर्भय हैं, सुरक्षित हैं। चित्त विशुद्धि चक्र पर लाते हैं। श्री माता जी कृपा कर आप हमें साक्षी स्वरूप बनाइए। श्री माता जी आप हमें सामूहिकता में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। हमें मधुर वाणी से आशीर्वादित कीजिए। चित्त आज्ञा चक्र पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी आपकी कृपा में हमने सबको दिल से क्षमा कर दी है। हमारा किसी के भी ऊपर गुस्सा नहीं है। बैक आज्ञा। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी जाने अनजाने हमारे हाथों से जो भी गलतियां हुई है या हो रही है, इन सब के लिए कृपा कर आप हमें क्षमा कर दीजिए। चित्त आज्ञा चक्र पर स्थिर करके लॉर्ड्स प्रेयर लेते हैं।
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen.
Our Mother, who art on earth, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day your divine vibrations, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into Maya, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the Father, the children, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
चित्त सहस्रार पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे सहस्रार पर विराजिए। श्री माताजी, हम सब अपना अहंकार और प्रति अहंकार आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। श्री माताजी, कृपा कर आप हमें निर्विचारिता प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माताजी, कृपा कर आप हमें ध्यान में स्थित कीजिए। जय श्री माता जी। इसी ध्यान की स्थिति में हम अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करते हैं। ईस्टर पूजा शुडी कैंप्स यूके 1988 इसका पहला भाग।
Today we are here to celebrate the resurrection of Christ. Resurrection of Christ has the greatest significance for all the Sahajogis, and we have to understand that He resurrected Himself so that we could resurrect ourselves. The message of His life is His resurrection and not His cross. He bore the cross for us, and we don't have to bear any more. I see lots of people having this drama going on. They are carrying the cross across to show as if we are going to do the job for Christ, as if he has left some work to be done by these people who play a drama. But all this drama is to deceive yourself and to deceive others. There's no sense in playing such useless things to show how Christ suffered. To make you weep and to make you cry, Christ did not suffer. He suffered that you should enjoy, that you should be happy, that you should lead a life of complete bliss and gratitude to the Almighty who has created you. He would never like you to be unhappy. Which father would like his son to be unhappy? So we have to understand that his message of his life, why he came on this earth, to do the greatest job is that of resurrection. If he had not resurrected himself, I could not have worked out SahajaYoga. So we have to be eternally thankful to his life and to him, that the way he did all these difficult tasks, taking upon himself, that we cannot do. We human beings cannot do it. It's only he being the divine, he being the Om, he being the Logos, he being the Brahma could do it. But now you all have ascended. I can see on your faces, Christ writ large on your faces. It's beautifully shining in your eyes and twinkling. He is there within us, in our hearts, in our eyes. And he has resurrected himself and he has resurrected you too. But now it is for you to resurrect other people. You can resurrect other people. This is the power, you have got it. Through him maybe, or through your kundalini. But you have this power to resurrect other people. But first and foremost thing, you have to be strong like Christ. How he obeyed his mother and how he obeyed all the demands of his life. How he was committed and how he dedicated himself to this single task. He didn't bother as to develop his monetary side or to become some sort of a big officer or to become another great rider or a swimmer or climb on the Alps, some sort of a thing like that. He didn't try all these tricks and didn't try for hanker after all these things that sometimes make us quite mad. What he did was to establish his identity as the Brahman itself, as the divine vibrations itself, which he established. What you have to do is to establish yourself as the resurrected people, as the realized souls, as the SahajaYogis. And this is going to be very easy. Now everything is made easy for you. Your realization, then your powers, everything has beautifully settled within you. It has worked out so beautifully, slowly and steadily. I don't think I have ever tried to force you to do something or have compelled you to do something. But through your own ascent you can see what's wrong with you or with the people about whom we are talking. And then you can also know through all these powers whatever is to be known. All that is unknown can be your own, everything. But the attention should be towards your ascent, towards the state. Now ascent is not some sort of a physical process. It is not that you ascend some staircases. It is a state. It's a state of your personality. And there where I always say, excuse me, I think the sun is showing its results. See how the sun listens to me. Can you help me a little bit to take out? Things very hot for me. I don't know what about you people. Just telling me off. Just I forgot to tell you about the sun, so he's just troubling me. So I better they have been telling for the last 1 year, you see, we've been thinking of coming here for this puja. And I was very anxious that we should have the Easter puja here. But the dates were not very suitable because those days the moon would be waning. So I thought, how will I do it without the moon? We have to have the moon there, it's important. So I thought we'll have it sometimes later. And suddenly it happened that I had to come here. Luckily, I was here. And then on the television for the last 1 week, they have been telling that it's going to rain heavily, it's going to be very clouded, and the temperature is going to be very bad, and it's going to be very, very heavy rains. And again, every night, every time they announced about the weather, it was looking even worse every time. So I thought, now what to do? If you ask the clouds to move out, you have to have a tremendous breeze, and that may spoil your tent. So somehow or other, you see, I just told the clouds that you better move on to Newfoundland. Slowly, steadily, not with great speed. And they did it. And then the sun, which was very bright, came out. Early in the morning, I saw him. Red like my sari. So beautiful it was. We were all asleep, but I was awake very early. And I was watching the way it came up, just like my bindi, it came up. I saw it. I said, look at this sun, you see. How obedient, how dedicated, how beautiful. Whatever it is, today is Mother's Puja, you have to have proper light, you have to have proper temperature. So look at the sky, look at everything. And then gradually it became pink like your faces. It's beautiful. It became pink, beautifully pink, and then now it's shining. I'm sorry I should have given full tribute to the sun the way he has acted. So that's why he's troubling me a little bit, just to remind me. So, as you know, the sun is this Agya Chakra. Christ resides in the sun. And in the body, in the being, he is the spirit. When he is the spirit, he is the moon. And when he acts on the Agya, he is the sun. Now, we have seen in his life that he was absolutely, spotlessly immaculate. He had no defects in him. He was a perfect personality. Then why did he want to resurrect? One can ask, what is in his time is the resurrection. his resurrection is like making the way through the Agya Chakra for all of you to pass through it. He was like the gate, or we should say he was the one who opened the gate for all of you. Because he was so perfect, he had no problems as we have of our chakras, our kundalini. He had no problems. But he was the complete compassion in the nature of vibrations. Vibrations became complete compassion. So much so that even when he was resurrected, and even before that when he was crucified, he said that, "Oh God, the Father, please forgive those people, because they do not know what they are doing." Such forgiveness, such compassion. And the mother had to watch all that, keeping quiet, because that was the game. That was the thing one has to do. He had to play his game, and he played it so well. So now when we talk about Christ, we have to remember one thing, that he has done all this for us. Now what are we going to do for him? He is the pattern we have to follow. Supposing if that is the pattern we have to follow, then it's not that we carry the cross on our shoulder. That's not the pattern you have to follow. Many people think because he carried the cross, we can carry the cross. Anybody can carry the cross. If you, in India, if you give about 5 rupees to a loader, he can carry a cross across. What is so great about it? What is so great in carrying a cross on your shoulder? It's nothing, something great. Any wrestler can do it. Anybody can do it. That's not the point. The point is we have to carry the work of Christ of resurrection. That is what we have to realize. We have to understand the importance of our being, of our lives. Like Christ understood that he has come for this great job here. And though he came as a human being, though he came as an ordinary son of an ordinary carpenter, though on this earth he had a body and he lived like other human beings, still he knew what he had to do, he knew what he had to achieve, and he achieved it. I think his was the most difficult task which he achieved, and which he furnished it so well that today we are having all the benefits of that. Now, let us see if we have done something for SahajaYoga or not. We all should examine ourselves. What have we done for SahajaYoga? Not carrying the cross, I mean to say. Some people think when they travel in India and if they carry the luggage of people downward, they are carrying the cross of Christ. That's not the way. It's something very, very serious one has to think about. And that seriousness is how far we have achieved that state. For that, what have we done? And a simple thing I've been asking all of you, you have to meditate every day. All of you have to meditate every day. But somehow, nobody has time to meditate. We are having these watches just to know that we have to meditate. Not for anything else. Our lives are for meditation. You need not spend all your 24 hours, but you have to meditate. Every day you must meditate. If you meditate, your children will meditate. And meditation is such a simple thing for you, made so easy, that all the elements you can see, work it out. All your chakras are made of different elements. And when you clear out with a different style, I mean, you know all the methods and the techniques of SahajaYoga. With that, when you clear out these chakras, when you clear them out, you are absolutely free, absolutely at that stage where you have to be. But if you do not do this much even, is to meditate, is going to be very, very difficult for me and for you. to achieve for which you have come on this earth. It's a tremendous task that I have taken over. I know that. But I know how to do it. And you also know how to do it. But the trouble is, you get entangled into your different conditionings. Now by now you must have realized all these so-called religions, in anybody's name, whether it is in the name of Islam, in the name of Christianity, in the name of Hinduism, in the name of Sikhism, all this is falsehood. It has no truth in it. They have all tried to use it for their own purposes. There's only one truth, and that is all these great prophets and all these great incarnations came on this earth for your ascent and not for establishing those religions who are just interested in money. In these religions also you'll find there are people who are either left-sided or right-sided. There are some religions which preach, oh, you should be very, very strict. You should not do this, you should not do that, you should not drink, you should not smoke. There are some who say you should not marry, you should not look at women, you should not look at men. All kinds of restrictions. Even in Hinduism you will be surprised. There are so many restrictions. If you see the amount of superstitions that exist and that are created by Brahmins in India, you'll be shocked. For everything there's a superstition. If you walk with your left hand ahead, that means this. If you walk with your right hand, then that means this. If you sit like this, that means that. Everything, they have made a human being into a machine, and there's no spontaneity about it. All kinds of absurdities there are in Islam too. But when we find them in a free place like England, where there's complete left-sidedness, where you can do what you like, still you are a Christian. You drink is all right. You have 10 wives is all right. You have 15 keeps is all right. Anything you do is all right as long as you go to church and pay money. So, there's nothing, you see, especially for the Protestants, that's the religion I was born in, where everything is allowed. Now when we come to this kind of a thing, what is the Christian religion is, then comes to that, if you ask them the road, they'll tell you which way to go. That's Christianity. It's coming to that end. Now, all these religions either are indulging into the right side or onto the left side. Some people like the left side and some people like the right side. I will tell you the story of a priest. I went to see him in Russia. I think I have told it to some people before. I went to Russia and the Russian people asked me, what would you like to see? So I told them I would like to go and see some churches. He said, all right, very good, we'll take you to a church. So they took me to a church, and it was about that Greek Orthodox church, you see, and a black order which is supposed to be the highest. I don't know how they call it. So went inside. The priest said, all right, today I'm sorry, you see, we cannot offer you meat because our fasting is there, but we'll have lunch. So we had a very sumptuous lunch and all that. But the priest was only busy drinking. Because it was fasting, so drinking is allowed according to them. So he was drinking and drinking and drinking. He drank so much that he forgot that we were there. We were supposed to be VIPs. You see, just lost himself into drinking. So we thought better now have an honorable retreat, you see. So we got up and walked out of that place, and this fellow didn't even come to wish us. And these officers, the Russian officers, didn't drink, didn't do anything, and they were laughing and laughing. He said, see now, this is Christianity. That's why we didn't want to take to Christianity. So I said, but see, that's not Christ. They said, that's true, but what is these people are saying, is it Christianity? I said, it's not. Now, this gentleman, you see, was supposed to be the highest person in spirituality living in Russia. So they told me a story about the Tsars. You see, Tsars wanted to have some religion because they thought everybody is having a religion, we have no religion, must have some religion. So they sent for some people, and the people who came forward were Catholics to begin with. So the Catholics said, all right, you can drink in Catholic religion. I don't know how they got this idea, but it's all right. Catholic religion you can drink, but you cannot have more than one wife. The Tsar said, no, that's not possible. We have to have many Tsarins, you see, for different purposes, so we can't have that religion. So they cancelled it. So then the Islam, you see, that time I think there were no Hindus available. Thank God. They had the Islam people went and the Islamic people said that, no, all right. You can have 5 wives, it's all right, but you cannot drink. They said, that's impossible. How can we follow Islam? That's not possible. So it's cancelled. So these Orthodox people, Orthodox, you see, the word Orthodox, remember that. They came. They said, no, we are just in the center, you see. We don't mind if you drink. We don't mind if you have many wives. We don't mind. Only thing is, you have to pay us well. Tsar said, all right, that's good. Let's have this religion. And that's how they had this religion there. So this is the situation of the religion today. All these religions have become sort of deformed statues, good for nothing. So now the inner religion within us is the Sahaja Dharma, which has to be fully followed. Now I told, say in India, that now you are all become Sahajas. The story is like this, that there was a villager who became Christian. So he came down to Allahabad to become Christian. So he told them that you have to give me a big name because now I'm Sahab, you see, I'm become Englishman, so you better give me a big name. So what name you want? They said, give me the name of Alexander the Great. So they called him Alexander. But his name was Blondie, you see. His real Indian name was Bhura. So they called him Alexander Bhura. So Mr. Alexander Bhura came to Allahabad and went to the river Ganges for having his bath. So the priest said, the pastor, he said, you can't do that. He said, why? Why can't I do that? He said, no, you can't go and have bath in the river Ganges because the Christianity will drop out, you see, if he goes and has bath in the river Ganges. So this you can't do. So Alexander Bhura said, if I have become Sahab, I have become an Englishman, that doesn't mean I have given up my religion. You see, this is exactly what is happening to us when we try to follow any religion whatsoever. Now we are all identified with our so-called religions in which we were born. For example, if I told Indians now, you don't go to temples. You are not to go to any temple, even if it is a Swayambhu temple, unless and until you have told me don't go to a Swayambhu temple at any cost. There are many churches also where there are very good statues, we can say, or have got something which are really Swayambhus. But there are very few. So you tell me and then go. But they won't listen to me. They won't listen. And when they go there, they catch on their agyas. Once I went to see one temple, which was of course a Swayambhu temple, no doubt. So some Sahajogis decided to go there. But I didn't ask them, they didn't tell me. When they came back, as soon as they saw me, they all fainted. I said, what happened? Where did you go? Oh, we went to this temple. I said, why? You never told me. What do you have here? You see, the Brahmin put the tika on, it's finished. Then it took them 1 month to clear out. Now they don't go. They had enough of it. The same with the Christians. Now, the other day I heard about the Paris episode, where people wanted to have weddings in the church in Paris. So they must have special dresses. So somebody came here to buy some special dresses from what shop is that? What name? Some big name. So the special dresses must be worn because they have to go to the church. And when they came out of the church with those dresses, they had become booths. I was surprised what has happened to these 25 of them. What has happened is that in the church there are many dead bodies buried. They are all cut. So when you go also to see the beautiful architecture, go with a detached mind. Don't think that you belong to that church. You don't belong to any church. You don't belong to any temple. Don't belong to any one of these forms. Then only you will ascend. And I have to tell you today that Christ did not belong to any religion. He didn't follow.
जय श्री माता जी। कृपया ध्यान की स्थिति बनाए रखें। जय श्री माताजी। श्री आदि शक्ति मंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदि शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। जय श्री माता जी। आरती की तैयारी करते हैं। आरती के लिए खड़े होते हैं।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारक कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ। लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता Shri शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
जय श्री माताजी। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी के श्री चरणों पर प्रार्थना अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, आपने हमें आत्म साक्षात्कार दिया, परम चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, हमारा पुनरुत्थान करके हमें नवजीवन दिया। इन सब के लिए हम आपके हृदय से ऋणी है, आभारी है। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर आप हमें वास्तविकता में रखिए, हमें सत्य के साम्राज्य में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। श्री माताजी, कृपा कर आप हमें आध्यात्मिक सामूहिकता प्रदान कीजिए और हमारा उत्थान कीजिए। श्री माताजी, कृपा कर आप हमें श्री यीशु जैसे आदर्श सहजी बनाइए। श्री माताजी, हमें धार्मिक कर्मकांड से दूर रखिए और हमें विश्व निर्मल धर्म में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, सारे विश्व में शांति प्रस्थापित कीजिए। श्री माताजी, कृपा कर आप हमें हमारे अंदर के षड्रिपु से मुक्त कर दीजिए, विनाशकारी शक्ति से हमें अलिप्त रखिए और सारे विश्व में मंगलता, पवित्रता प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, हमारे प्रार्थनाओं को स्वीकार कीजिए और हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, आपके श्री चरणों पर हमारा कोटि कोटि नमन, कोटि कोटि नमन, अनंत कोटि नमन। जय श्री माताजी। हम सब सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। जय श्री माताजी। आज के कार्यक्रम, आज शाम का ध्यान और ईस्टर पूजा शाम 6:30 बजे प्रतिष्ठान पुणे यूट्यूब चैनल पर लाइव प्रसारित की जाएगी। आज का ध्यान सत्र यहीं पे संपन्न होता है। आज का दिन सबके लिए आनंदमय, मंगलमय रहे। जय श्री माताजी।
पश्चिमा नटली पूर्वई नटली, पश्चिम नटली पूर्वई नटली, वरदूतांची सैन्य भरली वरदूतांची सैन्य रागामध्ये प्रीती रमली अनुरागामध्ये प्रीती रमली हो मरण चरडले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले मरण चमेले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले
मरण चमेले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले
पश्चिम नटली पूर्वही नटली
पश्चिम नटली पूर्वही नटली
वरदूतांची सैन्य भरली
वरदूतांची सैन्य भरली
अनुरागामध्ये प्रीती रमली
अनुरागामध्ये प्रीती रमली हो
मरण चरडले
प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले मरण चमेले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले
शवगरताची हसू लागली
शवगरताची हसू लागली
निसर्गाने फुले उधळली
निसर्गाने फुले उधळली
संत महंते शिरे नवली
संत महंते शिरे नवली
हो भक्तही नमले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले
भक्तही नमले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले
मरण चमेले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले नव बाळाला नमन करूया
नव बाळाला नमन करूया
नव बाळाला नव बाळाला नव बाळाला नव बाळाला नव बाळाला नमन करूया नव सुमनांची माळर पुया नव सुमनांची माळर पुया गाणी मनोहर त्यास गाऊया
गाणी मनोहर व्यास गाऊया
हो हृदय मम बसले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले
हृदय मम बसले प्रभु माझे विजयी झाले मरण चमेले
मरणच मेले, मरणच मेले, मरणच मेले, प्रभू माझे विजयी झाले. परत बोल. चला 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 पाहू चला हो त्याला, चला पाहू चला हो त्याला, चला पाहू चला हो त्याला, जगी तारक जन्मा आला. चला पाहू चला हो त्याला, जगी तारक जन्मा आला,
जगी तारक जन्मा आला. चला पाहू चला हो त्याला, जगी तारक जन्मा आला, जगी तारक जन्मा आला.
नृप वैभव घेऊन नाही, नृप
वैभव घेऊन नाही,
ही अन्यालौकिक काही,
की अन्यलौकिक काही.
तो दीनच जन्माला, तो
दीनच जन्मा आला,
जगी दीना तारायाला,
जगी दीना तारायाला.
चला पाहू चला हो त्याला,
जगी तारक जन्मा आला, जगी तारक जन्मा आला.
जगी सर्वतमाला सारी,
जगी सर्वतमाला सारी,
तरी नाही प्रखर करणारी,
तरी नाही प्रखर करणारी. जगी सर्वतमाला सारी, सर्वतमाला सारी, जगी सर्वतमाला सारी,
तरी नाही प्रखर करणारी,
तरी नाही प्रखर करणारी.
तो सौम्यच जन्माला, तो पाप्या तारायाला
जगी पाप्या तारायाला चला पाहू चला हो त्याला जगी तारक जन्माला जगी तारक जन्माला
हे आकाशातून खाली
आकाशातून खाली
नव जीवन घेऊन आले
नव जीवन घेऊन आले
आकाशातून खाली आकाशातून खाली नव जीवन घेऊन आले घ्या देही साठवून यारा
देही साठवून यारा
जय येशू जय जय भोला
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 जय येशू जय जय भोला जय येशू जय जय भोला जय येशू जय जय येशू जय जय येशू जय जय